I'm coming at you with a massive attack. I'll leave you flat on your back, smack you with my might attack. Go frontal pop, snap and crackle. This is a blitzkrieg, son. Sit down, I already won. Punishment has to begun. Just let me reload my gun of ones. It's time to get off my pitch. Here I can help you with this. My shadow friend got a shiv, and he likes when you resist. Time to be quiet, don't snitch. I love the thrill of the risk. All day I spin like a disc. You know it deep in your soul. It's in your blood to roll. Bet every dollar you own. It's in your blood to roll. Man, this boy's out of control. It's in your blood to roll. You got some dice to roll. It's in your blood to roll. You know it deep in your soul. It's in your blood to roll. Bet every dollar you own. It's in your blood to roll. Man, this boy's out of control. It's in your blood to roll. You got some dice to roll. It's in your blood to roll. It's in your blood to roll. It's in your blood to roll.
Hello, beautiful coaches. Welcome to the first game of the round of 8. We're gonna get some hot High Elf versus Orc action and some hot Deep 1 REBBL versus Deep 1 Big O action. So big boys, cream of the crop. And talking about cream of the crop, I'm joined by Bruce Ockman today on the booth. How are you doing, sir?
Mate, not bad, mate. You are far too kind. I would say that I am the best of the heads or the best of the tails. And if you're a brewer, you understand that reference.
All right. I don't, but I'll take it. First off, we're going to be having Rama set with a pretty solid run through the bracket this time around on playoffs. I think it's probably the one that he has gone the farthest. He always had like a little bit of trouble early on the bracket.
Yeah, but looking at this High Elf team, though,
yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Double IG5.
Knows what they're doing.
Double IG5. You have Calvary in Starseeker, which is a monster of a catcher with the strength 4 and the leap, tackle, everything you would want over there. He's basically the blitzer, but he's a catcher, so he's even better. Although he's a little bit flimsy, I guess. But he's pretty good. Pretty extra solid team.
G4 leap's okay. Like Kislev, it's fine.
Hello everyone on chat. Darby, Luke, Techie, Miss Peltry. We're gonna have a fun game. Also has a mighty blue piece. Kicker, wrestlers, only one guard, and it's one of those movement forward line elves that have been running around on these playoffs.
He wants to be a Black Orc.
Yeah, he wants to be dead because I think most of them have died already. So we'll see if that happens. And then
I think the only reason he's been kept is because he has guard, and that's one thing the High Elf team really lacks outside of poor old Drastil there.
Yeah, because sometimes High Elves do get like bogged down a little bit, right? You get like in that scrum, you can get out, but sometimes you don't want to, but kind of want to at the same time. So just having the extra guard there, it always helps out a lot.
Yeah, AG4 will bail you out of a lot of fires, but it isn't foolproof. So the guard, not a terrible thing to have.
Although I had some Dark Tales plays yesterday playing Dark Tales, and I'm very... felt super easy just playing with IG4 after playing so many games with Dwarves for so long. But yeah, pretty solid team. Let's take a look at this monster Orc team that had a pretty, I think, one of the most dominant runs. I think the first round was kind of iffy for XS. He had a pretty strong coach on Crystal Hunter to get through. But the other games have been pretty solid for him. And how can you not have like solid games also with this team, right? Like this is disgusting. I don't know what you guys are doing over there at Pico, letting him get away with this team, because this is too much.
It's Lefty. Like if you kill Lefty and say Aegis, who last week performed well and truly above and beyond his name, and like Prime, if you kill those 3 players, guarantee you XS rolls this team.
Yeah, I guess. But still pretty good. Like the Black Orcs are not that developed, so I guess there's that. But with like everyone else having strength 4, it doesn't matter that much. And you also have guard on linemen on the strength 4 linemen, so they are your token Black Orcs instead. It's
not even the fact that there's like the 7 strength 4 players on this team. There's also like the 3 Agi 4/5 players
Yeah,
that are the
yeah.
fastest ones on his team as well. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is not an orc team anymore. This is some weird amalgamation of things. A disgusting set of pieces that I wouldn't never like to play against. But
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
and to be fair, a pretty solid coach behind the team too. So
he goes all right. The old
yeah.
excess, he goes okay.
Both of these guys pretty staples of deep ones in different regions. Rama for a while on G-Man, and then going over to Rel, and Excess on Vigo, being at the top of the league for a while now. So it's gonna be an interesting one. Definitely, I'm thinking probably 2 of the favorites to go through, even to the Super Bowl. So we'll see if they can get all the way over there. But sadly, one of them is gonna go out today, not gonna get to semifinals. We'll see how that happens, though. It might be an interesting game, probably.
Yeah, 2 titans of the league walk in, and only one's going to be walking out. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
So I'm guessing they're probably in there, so we're gonna jump into the game, guys. I'll get the predictions in a second, guys. Don't worry.
I would like to make a bold prediction and say that since Ramaset picked up a 12th man, there will be a wizard and Eldril as inducements.
Yeah, he does get a lot of money, so that probably... I didn't check exactly, because I did wake up 1 hour ago, so...
Well, it's at least wizard and Eldril money, right?
yeah, that's probably very standard for the amount of TV these orcs have.
Yeah, I mean, that's potentially one sort of failing... Not even a failing, it's probably one sore point for Excess, is that these orcs now are reasonably heavy on the TV value.
Yeah. Yeah, it does get a little bit tough to get there. Oh, looks like
They are reasonably efficient though, so...
it's still turn 1, so this is fine. Looks like Rama is gonna be starting off. Should I restart to the start?
I've had it up since it started. The kickoff event was a pitch invasion, which has taken down Aegis, the movement 4 guard piece, and the loner, not the loner, sorry, the rookie lineman on the left-hand side of the field for Ramaset.
Okay.
And that's basically been his turn. He's managed to stun Gronk the third as well on the set of LOS blocks. Failed a dodge with the the block lineman, who is sort of on the inside the central zone on the left there. Rerolled, and we're pretty much where we are now.
Oh wow, reroll early on. I guess he probably needed to not the orcs smash into her.
Well, yeah, the ball was reasonably deep, sort of like the halfway mark of sort of on the logo there, around about there anyway. So I don't know if the reroll was 100% necessary, but it does allow has allowed Rama rather to reposition the ball back onto the Filmus Flame, and he's reasonably well protected.
The shout out to another playoff legend, Flim Flam, from last season, I think that was. Don't quote me on that because I don't have any type of memory on my brain. So, but yeah, it's gonna be tough for Rama to like get anything going against these orcs. He's gonna have to play like completely the off game because sometimes he does like to punch a little bit. But I think against these orcs with 2 bench, it's gonna be really rough to actually get anything going. So,
And we're about to see our first piling on the game. For very little result here. Which it presents a little bit of a problem because like Excess's team is relatively tackle light. He's only got the 3 pieces, but one of them is movement 5 and has piling on. So every time he goes to the ground, you know, he's hard pressed to catch the elves once he gets back to his feet.
yeah, I guess that's one of the weakness. Trying to get the damage with that guy's not gonna be the best. High elves are not the fastest team of the elves, but it's still gonna get a little bit troublesome.
Yeah, their catches are fast enough though. That being said, like the other two tackle pieces on XS's team are both movement 6 and movement 7 respectively. So, as long as he doesn't overcommit the tackle, he can reasonably catch the elves as they try and sneak past.
Yeah, you can
There's
have
also
like
not a whole lot of dodge. So.
I think he usually has Bug the fourth as the main threat on the side his opponent is kind of like putting pressure on, and then he has Lefty on the central to cover the other side if he needs to.
Yeah, Lefty, in my opinion, is a better sweeper than Bug, just because that Agi 5 does allow him to sort of make some dodges where he has to. And he is faster, so
but
he can sit a bit further back.
The good thing about Bog though is that he kind of it's like, okay, I don't want you to go this way, so
yeah,
he's like just like there to make the opponent not want to do that and control a little bit what he's gonna do, and then if the opponent goes the other way and gets through, you can always use Lefty and do disgusting stuff with him.
Well, yeah, I mean, like Bug being strength 4 with tackle, wrestle and tackle. These elves have to be aware of the fact that if they outpace their protection, he's an easy 2-die on the ball carrier.
Yeah.
So yeah, him sort of sitting more towards the right hand side, it would reasonably, you look at it and go, yeah, that's a fairly reasonable piece of dissuasion being used.
But the thing, right? Like usually with elves, you can do like 2-man screens and stuff like that are pretty easy to like protect the ball with like a few players. Against these orcs, you kinda can't. The Lefty can just get in there, so it's really tough to actually get off the field pretty safely with them.
What you do is you leave Lefty a 2+ dodge onto the ball, and fail.
That is also true.
It's 100%. It's 100% a known factor.
He has like small letters under his card that say that he cannot do 2+ dodges.
Yeah, 2+ action auto ones for our Lefty.
This IG 5-star player comes with this K-bit, so use it accordingly.
Interesting to see if Aegis lives up to his name again. Last week, that particular Black Orc must have absorbed something like 20 dice and just steadfastly refused to move. It was an incredible scenario.
He is pretty good, and I think it's probably one of the highest. Like I think there's like a couple of really high SPP Black Orcs.
Welcome,
around the league, but usually level 6 ones are very rare, and they usually die before that. So
the biggest problem with the Black Orc is that they're slow, they don't have agi, and they start with no skills whatsoever. So like that hurdle to get to 6 SPP, good lord, man, you're throwing 2-die blocks, and every single one of them you do is nerve-wracking. And then if they get an armor bust, they're basically dead. If they get strength busted, they're dead. They get a movement bust, they're usually pretty dead, especially if it's early on in their career. And that bust is like the only permanent injury you don't care about.
Yeah, if they get like a movement bust and they only have like block, you probably just cycle them because it's not worth it to keep them. And then
I mean, you're now basically like, I get down and that's what I stand up and don't do anything.
And it's one of those strength 4 players that are kind of rarer to actually get mighty blow on. A lot of coaches don't like it, and I think I don't like it either. It's better to just have them as a wall early on as soon as you can. But that also makes their development be pretty much slower against like they don't get those extra hits against elves, and since they're also slow and not tackle or anything like that, usually it also gets a little bit harder to get those easier hits on lower armor value pieces.
Yeah. I know XS is like he said many times, it's like block, guard, stand firm is pretty much a complete Black Orc, because at that point, like you are so far away from getting Mighty Blow. It's just not funny. But like if you can get there, you can get a Mighty Blow and tackle, they become a monster.
And then you roll 2 doubles.
Yeah, two doubles and take dodge and diving tackle. It's hilarious.
I guess the only bad thing about Aegis having diving tackle is he doesn't have tackle. Because I do like diving tackle eventually in some of my long builds. But with the tackle is really nice. But without tackle, I don't know if it's worth it. I guess it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you can stack diving tackle on one, like, you know, Aegis sits in front of a dude and then you have tackle on the other side. Especially if that other pieces bug, for example, right? That's now 2 strength 4 pieces. They've both got guards, so they're covering each other. It's very difficult to get away from that.
Ooh, we get an armor break before the pylon.
Yeah, that was a natural armor break. So, oh. Well, I don't see him being appoed. I don't know. I just don't see it happening.
I guess sorry. I guess I did say something about that before the game. I guess it's just trimming the movement for high elves this playoff season. Oh god, that's so funny. Well, poor guy. He did his job for a while. He did probably did some good work to get Rama set to this point. So he's gonna be sad to not have any more guard though. Definitely sucks a little bit, but. He might not need it, we'll see. He probably will, but... Yeah, technically his team did get better, but it also gets a little bit worse without the guard. It gives you some options, having at least one guard on the team.
Yeah.
Still, 2 bench, so he's not gonna be like super stressed about it.
No. And like, realistically, losing the guard sucks, but he's movement 4. I'd argue that the rookie lineman is probably more valuable at this point.
Yeah.
One guard is not making a huge deal of difference against XS's team with the 7 strength 4 players and the guard that he has available to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a drop in the bucket.
I think that guard piece might be like good in like very certain matchups, like maybe against Skaven. Or like
Nah, I don't even know if it'd be that good against Skaven because you know they just outpace you anyway.
Yeah, but it lets you like get more punchiness against line rats, right? And then your other pieces, you already have like really good pieces on the back that can deal with the gutters, with Calgarine and like the catchers. So, but it's like maybe one or 2 matchups, right? So against like a bash team like this, it doesn't really do much.
Yeah. As Darby says in chat, like, it can open up some LOS options, but again, like, if your opponent is savvy enough and has the strength and the guard in their favor, you know, you can stack the LOS in such a way that even one guard piece is mostly irrelevant.
Yeah. And then it comes a time where you need to protect the ball and that guy's movement 4, so...
Yeah, exactly right. So, like, you're either moving your cage... Like, your cage only moves as quickly as, you know, its fastest, like, its slowest component, right? So if you're relying on a movement 4 piece with guard as elves to try and, like, cage the ball, something's going pretty wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna start pushing up to the left side. Looks like... I'm guessing he's gonna run back with Flimus. And then keep that as a big movement forward. I don't think he's gonna move the ball forward right now. I wouldn't like that. Just in case he gets bogged down too hard and he can actually get through and he needs to fall back, I think just going back with the ball is fine here. Also, having Eldred and the hip dog is always nice. As long as he doesn't let excess hit him, that should be fine. Because if not, he's probably gonna go out instantly. As we know, Eldred doesn't really like getting punched, so... Ooh, diving tackle!
Hey, DD! This is a dicey dodge. Yeah, not surprised we didn't see a reroll there.
I wonder why...
It's an easy thing to overlook too on a Black Orc, isn't it? It's an easy thing to just look and go, huh,
yeah.
All right. Didn't see that coming. Now, if I'm XS, I would actually be inclined to foul the blitzer in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Just try and look for ways to strip away elf players. Like, you know, once they start going down numbers, elves can really feel it very quickly.
Yeah, you have dirty player, and it is a blodger, so if you can get one of
Mhm.
those out of the way, makes it easier when you start hitting like other pieces. Means that black courts get a chance to hit other of pieces that don't have blodge, and starts getting a little
Yeah.
bit easier.
I also wouldn't hate excess. Looking at maybe throwing lefty towards the catcher. Like he's got Agi 5. That's not a difficult dodge in to make. If you just, put a mark up on the lineman up ahead, you've now got 2 dice on the catcher. I would think that might be a value play, or at least a 1 die, sorry, because he's strength 4.
Yeah. Hmm.
Just try and eke out some value there. Like you've got tackle. If you don't knock him down, you just sort of accept that and try and lock down that side of the field. Although no dirty player foul makes me sad.
Yeah, I think that was a good shout from you. I think the foul could have been very nice there. Because you don't really like. You can put pressure without like moving everyone straight up, right? And then you can like
Yeah, I think
reposition
so.
a couple of players at the end.
Yeah. As it stands, it looks like we may be just trying to blitz through this movement 6 blitzer here with the Mighty Blow. Blitzing from the ground with Wrecker, but
the only problem with this is it's not like getting even a tiny little bit of pressure on the backside, which I usually don't like, because you gotta start making the elf think about someone moving back there. Because if not, they just like dodge away, like don't reposition like for 7 turns, right? So what you want in this type of matchup is usually try to get them to score earlier, like put in the bad spot and make them score. Oh, we're gonna go for the.
I was just about to say this is also a potential line of play here. We go for the GFI to get tackle blitz here on the Agi 5.
Oh.
This is a natural break. I would suspect we see a piling on instantly. He's used Mighty Blow.
Oh no!
Oh, lefty. No, not lefty. God, I'm so primed to just say lefty.
Yeah, bulldozer.
Yeah. Marking up Eldril.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that actually puts a bit of pressure on the backside, so.
Yeah. God, I how primed are we to just say, "Oh, lefty, you've done and stuffed up."
You gotta remember that he is the one with all the red. Just look for the red, and then you'll find him. There's a plenty of red on this team, but he's the one that has the most.
I actually kind of like what Excess has done here too. Like, it's looking like he's just saying to Rama, okay, you can pass the ball to the catcher, and yeah, the catcher can GFI in the end zone if you want.
Yeah, this is really good positioning.
Yeah, but everything else is sort of marked up, and Excess is just going, well, you're sure you're Agi 4, but it doesn't always bail you out.
There's tackle on dodge pieces too, so it gets a little bit harder. So it basically has like, you have your catcher to score. It's like, do you want to score and give me all the turns in the board to score back?
Yeah.
And then do an easy 2-1 grind? Or what are you gonna do? Are you gonna dodge everyone out and hope like one of those doesn't fail? So if you guys want to learn orc or like dwarf positioning, just look at this like line of orcs, sorry, on the left side, and then you can look at the other line that's like diagonal that's going to the right side to cover over there. Ooh, but that's so big.
That I think you appo that almost instantly.
Yeah. That's a big piece to lose. And you shouldn't be like in this type of play. Some people might like not want to use their apple, but you gotta use it because you should be thinking that most of the time that's not gonna happen against Armor 9. Most of the time, unless you get unlucky. So and some of the other pieces are gonna be really hard to knock down, like the Lefty and Dog and all those guys are gonna be harder to take down. So that's a good piece to up early on.
Yeah, I mean, that was a non-Mighty Blow injury. As you say, like, it's not exactly high odds for that to occur. The Mighty Blow piling on, I think, from there is probably absolutely 100% worth appoing.
I'm pretty sure from playing twice against Calverine and watching him for like a few playoff games also, I'm pretty sure he has Mighty Blow somewhere hidden in there because he usually gets castles. I don't know how,
Yeah.
but he's really good at breaking armor. I hate him.
Yeah.
I tried to kill him once, but I couldn't.
Oh,
Well.
I've only just noticed too, neither team has the fame. This is a fameless game.
Ooh.
Interesting. It does potentially make things a little spicy. A failed dodge. Womp womp. I think you eat this.
Funny enough, I think...
There's an argument to be made to re-roll this, but I think you eat it.
How long has this team from...
Ooh, maybe you shouldn't have eaten it.
Okay, oof. Not the worst guy to lose though. But it does hit a little bit into...
It's another player off the field for the Elves. And like, sure, they got one back when they got Bulldozer, but they're now down 2. The numbers now swing back in favor of the Orcs, and the Orcs, you know, are probably... You look at them and you go, yeah, they're probably more likely to find the removals here.
Yeah. Funny thing, guys, actually,
Speaking of...
both of these teams are pretty old teams. Ramaset's team has been going all the way since Season 7 of REBBL. Starting off on G-Man, and XS Season 5.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and he hasn't recycled.
That's like, what, 3 years with these teams? Something like that?
No, it'd be longer than that.
Longer?
I think so. Season 5 now to 15. Surprised XS didn't just push him straight on the sideline and just try and pin him there. Really riding that diving tackle ages hard, XS.
Oh yeah, all the way since January 2015, XS has been playing this team. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, XS has had a fair attrition rate on some of his players, as is pretty self-evident by some of these names. I think Prime's up to like, Prime the 6th.
Yeah,
but
makes sense.
He's never had that attrition rate. Like, he's never had that attrition occur in large groupings where it just becomes untenable to keep playing the same team. So,
yeah, just like everyone at the same time.
Yeah, like you lose a player here and there, and you can rebuild that. But yeah, if you lose, say, 2 Blackhawks and Lefty in the same game, you'd really have to start asking questions as to whether or not you could rebuild this team. Especially if it's like Aegis and like Prime.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Once you like lose like multiple Blackhawks and you're like a rookie levels with Blackhawks, it gets really tough. And I think someone called Cheese can attest to that. It gets really, really hard to actually get development on them. And then your blitzers start getting into bad positions because you have to do more plays with them, get them more forward because they have block, and be like slamming with them a little bit harder, and then they get hit more, and then you start getting injuries on them, so it gets a little bit tough. But yeah, it's still a pretty crazy team for like this long to be around.
Oh, GFI's going for the surf. The greedy play.
Yeah,
it's a greedy play.
Where's Luke? Don't GFI. Especially if you're orcs. That's even like worse.
God damn it, Lefty. Wait, that's right, he's got... God damn it, Lefty.
He should have... No, I don't think re-rolling matters there. That's okay, you take that full. You have a really strong position on the field right now, covering all the field. There's no one forward apart from this blitzer in here, Flame Shadow, and you're gonna be able to like slam that guy pretty hard if he like tries to move into scoring range. So,
yeah, like right now, XS is basically just playing whack-a-mole, right? Like any elf that crosses this LOS and presents itself as a scoring threat, you just smack down.
Yep.
And if he can get into the second half of this being a 0-0 game, even with the Wizard in Ramaset's pocket, like that's still a pretty decent result for the Orcs. Especially if you can get another 1 or 2 removals.
Ooh.
No, that ain't it.
Nope. Are we dodging Alberin, or are we just gonna leave him there?
It's a fairly exposed position considering lefty can reach him with that strength 4 with the assist. It gets him in 2-die very quickly, very easily.
Yeah.
The big question is, if you do dodge away, where are we going? Are we going closer to the sideline where it's likely XS can probably find another 2-die reasonably easily? Are we stepping back where you end up in the same situation? Like, his catcher is in a fairly exposed position where he is right now. And I'm not entirely certain where he would be safest.
I think that's probably the safest spot because you can dodge this guy away and maybe get Eldritch somewhere over there to protect. Or you can dodge the wrestle guy too also to protect him, at least from the front blitzers. That's probably gonna be okay. He still needs to make this dodge with Inear though too. And with El Chinmonion. Oh my god, these names. Remind me to stop casting high elf games that don't have like some fun names. I don't know. I'm guessing these are basic names. I don't know. If they are not, what are you doing, Rama said, with these names? Too much Warhammer on your team or something. I don't know. Maybe they are not even Warhammer names. I don't know. I just hate elf names. They're too hard to say. I just hate elf. But yeah, this is looking kind of tough for Rama. He's gonna have to push like hard eventually, because if not, like XS is just getting whatever he wants to do, right? This is like exactly what he wants to do. Yeah, it would be nice if Rama would have scored earlier and get him the 2-1 grind, but he's just gonna put his elves on a silver platter and then let them get hit. It's okay.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like XS is probably like, would likely be looking. This is a failed dodge.
Oh.
DT.
Yep.
This is a tough one to reroll.
Yeah, but that's post Calvary. This could be pretty bad. At least the dirty player is super far away.
Yeah, it also has left Aegis in this weird position where, like, yeah, he can get up again, but he's not really going that far.
Yeah.
Unless XS is wanting to roll the GFI, which I wouldn't hate a GFI to get up above, but I think XS may be feeling a little gun shy on that one now.
Instant bow. Now we get the free hit with lefty.
Yeah, no, this doesn't even really expose, like, put lefty out of position at all.
No, this is gonna slap the high elves horribly into the sideline too.
Yeah, and like, I would have liked to have seen like end of turn foul against the movement 6 blitzer again.
Did you consider
that would have been incredibly useful, but
did you consider dodging out righty the bottom just so that you can smash Calvary into the diving tackle?
It wouldn't be the worst consideration in the world. The only issue is, like, you might, like, Ramaset might just look at the leap option and go,
yeah,
at
that's
least
true.
I'm avoiding the DT here.
Yeah. Forget that he also has leap. I hate that piece so much. So tough to play against him.
Yeah, I would not have been at all surprised to have seen, like, the just agreed reroll there. I think he was at pretty decent odds. He was getting reasonable odds to just hit the reroll.
I think he doesn't want to use it just because there might be a couple of like scramble turns on the next couple of turns for the Hiles, leaping and getting people through with dodges. So he might need to
100%.
To blitz an important target down on the next couple of turns.
Yeah, I feel like this catcher in the center of the field probably not being marked up enough. Agi 5 can basically just walk away from the Blackhawk, but if he brings over Rekka Rakan, XS really does leave this left-hand side open.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
That also puts pressure on the backside, though. I guess that's a thing. Rama cannot just hang tight here because Rekka Rakan, he can get all the way back there. It is GFIs, but we'll see. And it's also about fishing, so not the best. But my only disappointment so far, I think XS could have got like 2 really strong fouls so far on this game on good pieces, which he didn't take. So what's even the point of having a dirty player?
Yeah, it's a good foul on like twice on the same piece.
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess he really wanted to keep the position of the Orcs first before doing the foul, and it wouldn't have been the best if he did it after. But I don't know. I think he could have done it without moving Ricky Rakan and then move him. He didn't get sent
yeah,
off. That would
no,
have
I
been
agree.
perfectly fine.
Yeah, and even if you get a stun and get sent off, this G5 catcher in the middle field still really doesn't have a clean area to go to because you've still got your Rekka Rakan, you've got Bug as well. Are we about to see Hypno Gaze here?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
It's a 3. Can now move forward with this guy. But the problem is like where, right? That's the thing.
No, exactly right. Like if he goes up straight up towards like this left-hand side, like this where the wide zone meets the central area of the pitch, he still gets pinched by Bug and the dirty player. But Bug alone could go and have a crack at him. And if he's carrying the ball, then wrestle tackle gives Bug pretty decent odds to knock down the catcher. If he goes and tries to be fancy and move up against the right-hand side, you've got basically the same scenario with the addition of Lefty being able to reach you if you move to the sideline.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely certain what this Hypno Gaze has achieved aside from giving you a 2+ dodge to move up to the left.
It's definitely very nice having extra movement and strength on like everywhere on the pitch for Orcs.
I know.
Who said that Orcs were slow guys? Slow guys.
And that's it. That's 100% it. Like XS's team really does defy that notion that Orcs are slow because he's got the plus movements and even just a couple of them on some pretty key players gives the Orcs this just unanticipated burst of speed available to them.
Yeah. It's a pretty nice like spots where he has got those like movement ups and strength ups and all that stuff. The weird thing, I guess, is that Bug. That was his first level, right? Movement up.
Yeah, movement up was Bug's first level, and I still think taking the plus movement there is 100% like acceptable. It's a fine choice.
I guess because he already probably had Lefty around, and you have like if you have like that also makes him so that he can keep up with the blitzers, right? Better, so it's not a bad idea. And then just getting the extra strength is just like a cherry on top.
Yeah, well, that increase from movement 5 to movement 6 is pretty big.
Yeah, I guess that's true, Darby. Yeah, you can get the wrestle on him on line orcs and make them really good suckers once they get the extra movement. Yeah, I see that. Okay, we did manage to get a bunch of elts on the left side. So we have some protection going, kinda, for Glordion.
He does as it stands now, but I think we're going to need a little more because I don't think it'll be too difficult for XS to find a way through this cage that's about to be constructed. There's the leap. This really will shore things up. Yeah. He's just got to get him down and like either try and screen off Rekka Rakan, which I think is probably the better play.
Ooh,
no,
okay.
There.
So we're seeing there's 2 targets now for you, and you cannot hit them both.
No. We're dropping the ball back further. Interesting. Well, Rama said, I think hit 0 seconds there before he managed to end time. So you can really tell that he's having to give this one a big old think. XS is asking a lot of questions right now.
Yeah, this is tough because you cannot tag Calvary that easily. I guess you can tag him so that he cannot get the pass there. He has to be in the end zone, so that's probably a good idea. So I guess that works. And then you can punch Eldril and get through the back with Bug. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the play here for XS. You can easily run around the back.
I would probably blitz Calvary. He's right now, he's the only elf who can score.
Oh yeah, Glorian's not on scoring
Glorian
range.
he's one square short. So you're still heavily incentivized to go after this legend catcher.
Yeah.
But you then do need to also make sure that you take care of Glorian, because if he gets a pass and catches it, he should be, Ramaset should be reasonably able to screen off and at least give himself a chance to sneak through to the end zone.
You can probably tag over there with I'm guessing with Wrecker Rakan. Maybe Bog.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I think you mark up the blitzer again. Tag up Glorian.
I guess that works.
Fine.
Yeah, he wanted the bow.
You 100% foul this now,
yeah,
right?
you wanted the bow to get the assist there, but I guess that's okay.
This is an AV7 piece on the ground. This is 100% a foul.
If he doesn't foul this, I'm out, guys.
Yeah, I will forever. And lefty can even get across to add an assist. So then you're at 2 assists plus dirty player. The only danger here for that would be that you can't realistically cover Glorian and the movement 6 blitzer.
Yeah, that is
sort of tagging both of them and exposing yourself to 2 dice. Ooh. But I mean, Wrecker moving here, lefty can now move down back towards the left side.
But he's not gonna tag anyone.
Coverage.
Is he gonna tag anyone? He's not gonna tag anyone. Like, Glorian's just gonna get the pass here.
I don't think that'll be the end of the world.
Well, I guess you have IG5, yeah. There's always IG5 to get in there, even if it doesn't work out ever, but...
And there's a KO.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Now,
looks like no send-off.
Ramaset did have, I believe, 70k in his bank. So he could have, quote-unquote, scummed the babe here. But has elected to just refrain from doing so. I wonder if that'll come back to haunt him, because losing Calbron there, that's a big piece to, just leave to the fortunes of a 3, a 4+.
Yeah, this is tough for Rama. If he doesn't get this chaos back, even with the wizard, it's gonna be really tough to get anything going.
Well, yeah, you hash out, you hypothetical outright. Like, Ramaset's down 4 players. 2 of them definitely aren't coming back. He has a 2-man bench, right? So if these KOs don't come back, he's net down 2. XS is guaranteed, as it currently stands, to be back up to 11 with a team that can really weather a wizard. Failed Orc GFI, predictable out of 10. I may have re-rolled it if I was XS. Yeah, if XS goes back to 11 and you're down, down by 2, even with a wizard, XS has a team that is fairly resilient thanks to its agility and its movement.
Yeah.
He did make the dodge. Yeah, okay. He made the 3+ dodge. Ooh.
Still, he failed what he always fails. So,
yeah, he's an Agi 3 orc without dodge. Yes, okay. It is commendable that he made the hard part.
No, the hard part is GFIs for orcs. Everyone knows that.
Wow.
That's a slog for any orc to try to do a GFI. So you have to clap for them whenever they do GFIs, because it's hard for them. They have a stubby fit and they're dumb. So if they make dodges, that's fine. No one cares.
I'm really feeling for Ramaset right now. This is a tough place to be in. He's effectively a turn short of being able to score. But even if he does score on turn 8, he'll be probably very happy with that. He's down 4 players to XS's 1 right now. And, he's in a tough place. There's a lot of questions being asked of these elves.
It is definitely not the orc team that you would like to face with elves. It's too good against elves, this orc team. Way too good. Has too many options to answer the elf plays. He can do a little bit of a set up here on the left to get a lot of scoring threats. Ooh, we are going
it's
forward. Okay. Getting the pass. Ooh.
Oh, that is not good. Needs to succeed this, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
The catch is fine. But we can at least affect a reasonable screen here. Against Agi 5, though, you sort of just have to wonder, how good is it going to be?
Yeah. And this is scary because XS can dodge in and blitz this catcher into the sideline. And if there's oh, this Ordo. Amazing diving tackle. Yeah.
Ages continuing to stonewall players.
Wow.
Okay, so the thing here is for XS, though, he needs to knock this ball down and then likely recover it. Otherwise, I still have to rate Ramaset's ability to score on turn 8 as this board state represents, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to want to put tackle on this blitzer up the front. He's going to want to like remove the thrower's assist. Probably also wants to make sure Eldril isn't going anywhere before he then goes in for the lefty dodge in blitz. And I don't think XS is in a position right now where he can afford to not take that that 85 dodge in.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Rama. I don't like that. I would have put Bog over on the Mighty Blow guy. But there's tackle over there at least. And then, but you can...
100%.
But you can cover Eldritch with someone else. And Eldritch is one GFI away. He needs more stuff. He's a loner, so...
We could see, like, XS has been known to play reasonably conservatively as well, so we could see an attempt here to either blitz down the thrower and just put a wall of flesh in front of the catcher. Conversely, he could also try going after that movement 6 blitzer, but I think I would rate the Agi 5 dodge in to get 2 dice onto the current ball carrier more than I would be trying to say, all right, I'm going to try and attempt to wall you off and stop you from getting through.
Okay, here we go. It looks like he is going in. We get the pow. Can we get a scatter?
A removal here would be really bad.
Not a removal, but a stun is pretty good for next turn at least. Ooh, okay, that's interesting.
That lefty's Agi 5 with sure hands. He's done it.
Okay.
The question is, can he get himself out? Now we're into GFI City.
Oh god. Oh no! Or GFI.
God damn it, lefty. 100% re-rolling this. Snakes?
Yeah.
No. Wow, this is pretty big.
So if you are Rama here, do you get tempted to bolt? Probably not, right? It's too hard to get the recovery without the Agi 5 guy.
Theoretically, XS can still score.
Can he? There's a black card?
No, I take it back. Wrecker is one square too far back. If he was one square down, if he made all of his GFIs, if he made 4 GFIs, he could get in the end zone. A fireball. Oh, jeez, that'd be spicy.
I guess that protects the dirty player, but I think I would have liked the guard to be around lefty just in case. Because there can be like a Eldril a Hypno Gaze here, right? And then you can try to get a Blitz on a 1D if maybe. Yeah, probably you can get a 1D here if you're Rama.
Yeah, I don't think Rama set will have much better than a 1-die Blitz available to him. I of course could be wrong. Once you remove a player with Hypno Gaze, there's still Doug with guard, so you can't put anyone above him or like above or below lefty. I think I liked Righty where he was.
Yeah, I don't like this. This is like open for the hit on the right side, right?
Yeah, I think you could now orchestrate. Orchestrate. No, it's still a 1-die. You move your assist there.
You could
Also,
dodge Eldril through.
Lefty being strength 4 is also quite awkward for these elves.
If you could get Eldril around, maybe? There's one assist. So there's a one die on the ball right now.
Yeah.
No, he's just gonna take it, the 1D. Okay, fair enough.
That's
Ooh,
reasonable.
that's a pow.
That's the pow.
Instant pow. Ooh,
Oh,
okay. No magnet hands. That's actually a pretty unlikely on these playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, Agi 4, it's a 3+ catch.
Do we try to
Okay.
hypnogaze this Agi4 guy with Eldril?
I think you do. You attempt to hypnogaze, then it's the thrower recovers the ball.
Yeah, you can get...
sorry. You hypnogaze, then dodge the scorer into the end zone, then recover the ball. You don't want to move your thrower to recover the ball and then pass over the Orcs. I think that would be a bit of a mistake. Just adding this.
Oh no, Eldril.
Oh, Eldril.
Oh, Loner fails. He was...
Excess's play here is one of two things, right? You either send everything at the thrower, which I don't think would be the right play, or you smack Flimus Flame, and then foul him into oblivion.
You can serve the Mighty Blow. We can serve the Mighty Blow, but that would mean he uses the... I guess the dirty player.
Yeah. Excess, I think, needs to seriously consider doing his absolute best to just remove one of these Agi5 pieces from the field. And at that point, you're also like, that's a foul, right? Like,
yeah, you can blitz the Agi5 with a lefty.
Lefty or bug, either way. I think I'd actually be inclined to do it with bug, because then at least a both down gets him to the ground and then you can foul him.
Yeah, but if you do it with lefty, I guess yeah, the both down works out.
Yeah,
you could get like extra hits.
Lefty.
Oh no, there was a square up.
Lefty doesn't have the option to knock down Flimus Flame on a both down.
Yeah, I thought there was like extra hits everywhere, but there's one single scare that wouldn't get him one extra hit.
Yeah.
So. Oh, maybe we don't need to foul him.
Oh, okay. There's an injury. All right, now you foul the other piece.
Do we Apo this guy? I think we do, yeah.
Apo comes out.
Gotta keep those Agi5s.
You now 100% without reservation foul Glordian. And hell, if you can remove the blitzer on the way through, more power to you, right?
Yeah.
At least, and you can chain push here too to free up the dirty player. There shouldn't be a way where the dirty player has to dodge.
Well, there's the power he needed for that guy on top. Oh, there you go.
No, Excess, you just take the push, because then you chain push him into righty.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're just gonna dodge for the power.
What do I know? Oh, that's a sending off, but that's also removed. That's a good trade.
Yeah, you don't care. You don't care.
Yeah. That is a huge trade up for the Orcs. And funnily enough, Gronk being, 50k, plus the 2 regular skills, so 90k, is basically always trading up in these situations. The dude's just incredible value.
Yeah.
These are big KO rolls.
Hey.
I don't think that was the superstar.
Nope. I think Calvary doesn't want anything out of this game anymore as they're seeing those catchers get almost taken out. Yeah. Ouch. So it's gonna be 9 players for the Elves, but only one of their star players plus Eldril are gonna be on the pitch. So it's looking pretty rough even with a wizard.
Yeah, this is not good.
Rama's gonna need like a really good good position mistake from Excess to get a really nice wizard and get this through.
I've always rated Excess's defensive ability more than his offensive ability, but he's up against 9 elves. A wizard is a bit of a, it's a wild card right now. But again, as I said earlier, XS's team can weather a wizard quite nicely because it has multiple Ag4 pieces. Plus the movement, you know, you shouldn't carry on lefty in this scenario. I think you just pick up with lefty, hand off to one of your other options. If I was XS, would be more inclined to carry on righty Scott, just because, you know, that leaves Rekka Khan's guard free to be where he needs to be. There is no strip ball threat.
Yeah, I think that's probably okay.
The only other consideration is to carry on, if you do carry on Rekka Khan, is because he has dodge and thus is somewhat harder to take to the ground. But you've got so much guard that, you know, you should be able to ensure that any dice that get found on righty Scott are red.
Yeah, I think just also because of the wizard threat, I think I preferred carrying on righty Scott, just so that you have more like players with guard and for the recovery that are better at doing that.
No, exactly. And the other thing too is lefty's a big enough lightning rod as it is. Do you really want to incentivize Rama to just throw the wizard at him anyway? Like,
yeah.
He's probably not getting bolted if he's not carrying the ball, right? Like, Ramaset doesn't strike me as the kind of coach who would make that rash decision, just looking at lefty and going, well, I hope my 2+, you know, removes him.
Yeah, I think I would be more inclined of carrying with other of the IG4 guys, one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah, for my money, I'd be looking to carry on righty Scott. That's a potentially deep kick over to the sideline.
Are we going to take this complete sideline? No. Not going to risk it.
Defense.
I guess kind of does something, not really.
Well, it allows you to stack some faster Agi players on the left zone if you want to. That potentially baits XS into a play that leaves himself exposed on another another angle. But again, you're reasonably outnumbered. You're outstrengthed. You're outguarded. I'm not sure a perfect defense is a winning kickoff event here.
And I'm not sure if I want to take the gamble of getting stuck on Aegis, since he's been so good so far.
Yeah, Aegis is in fine form.
That's kind of scary.
But it's Blood Bowl. That could turn right now.
It's a lot of the times a game of two halves, so...
Darby is right, though, in chat. I'd be looking to get away from diving tackle.
Yeah.
At least for my... at least in so much as I would be looking to force XS to make the decision on where to commit Aegis. Because right now...
It can be on 3 elves next turn.
Yeah, no, you assume Aegis is going to hit the lineman in the middle here, and follow up. That now sticks him on 3 elves. Sure, that now gives the elves 2 dice on Aegis, but you add 1 assist, add 1 guard piece there, and all of a sudden Aegis is back in a really solid position where he's only looking at 1 die coming back at him until the elves, find a way to remove his friend. And stand firm, Blodge is he's a very difficult Black Walk to have to deal with.
Yeah, and Saitalin is also right. You take 1 less block on the right side.
Yeah.
Stack over there.
And there's the Aegis follow-up, which should surprise absolutely nobody.
Yeah, no. And there's a 1 less block.
Yeah.
So, who is the target here? Do we go for the thrower or are we gonna go around? Can we get around enough? No, I don't think so, right? Yeah, we're just gonna go for the thrower. Easy hit.
I think...
No protective skills, so easy knockdown. Yeah, this is looking pretty tough for Rama. Way too much meat on this orc team to feel like to get at least I guess the deep kick might work out, but it's hard to get through. And and it's scary, right? Like even if you get through, it's scary because then you like put your good players to get slammed unless you want to just like, I guess you could put in here through.
Well, right now, even if Rama does say hypothetically bolt on his turn, he's relying on a scatter in any one of the 3 downward directions for Flimmer's Flame to be able to reach the ball. But that's GFI's. That leaves him horribly exposed because if he picks, like, if he doesn't break armor on Lefty, Lefty does one of 2 things, right? He stands up and hits him back, or Bug comes across, hits Flimmer's Flame. If he gets him to the ground, Lefty just picks up the ball, and if you've lost your wizard, your best catcher on the field, I think, in fact, your only catcher on the field, is now horribly exposed. And I still think if I'm XS in that situation, Righty Scott is probably doing a foul. Like right now, aside from this lineman Tug the 9th, Righty Scott is a pretty decent piece to foul with.
Yeah,
you have the numbers.
It's tough to get anything going now for Rama. I do feel like letting these guys get stuck on the diving tackle was a really bad choice though. Because now he's basically down to 6 players.
Yeah, like it's potentially likely that Aegis could have stuck himself on 2, maybe 3 elves again, even if you set up on the other side. But it's also entirely possible that, you know, you'd have to force a GFI to get those sort of numbers anyway. And XS can be a little gun shy when it comes to throwing GFIs. Like, you know,
yeah,
it is a bit of a meme. Sure, orcs are GFIs, but like they're not a guaranteed fail. But you know, XS can be a little bit hesitant to throw them, even when the upside is incredibly good.
I probably would after 5 years of playing orcs.
yeah, right.
And getting reminded of orc GFIs every time. This is just the problem is like you can just like set up here in the middle with like a double line of defense, and without the leap on the pitch, it's really hard to get like on this ball. Even if he bolts, he will need like a god scatter like into into the hands of one orc and into the outside of like all the orc mass.
Yeah, or conversely, XS could set up a cage on the left-hand side of the field, which is away from the catcher.
Yeah,
but you are then really banking on elves not being able to recover the ball and pass.
Not even needs diving tackle on that second one. Did get one out of the way though, so that's a first failure for Aegis. So.
Yeah, but now there's potential to stack up 4 elves on DT with a blitz.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting. Yeah.
And you know, and again with the guard in place, it makes it really difficult for Ramaset to find the dice to remove Aegis. Like, the only problem, I don't think you roll a push against Aegis, he's just staying there. That's another resource burned, and that's incredible. You know, so much value lost there.
Only problem to do that, he would need GFIs.
He'd have to blitz the. No, Doug could have blitzed the wrestle piece, and then moved into like position on the right hand side, move Aegis down 2 squares, and now you're on 4 players.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that works.
And that, you know, keeps Doug on the right hand side to prevent any shenanigans coming across to try and get help get you know, profitable dice on Aegis. Then move another player on the like another guard piece, like in the name of Bug, down on the left, sort of pin those 4 players into position. And I think at that point, Rama would be very hard pressed to find good dice on Aegis.
This looks a little bit too front heavy though for XS. Which oh wow, okay.
Yeah, okay. So we're handing off to Wrecker here, making an anti-leap cage, trying to minimize a potential fireball here, I think. And just saying, well, your best scoring threat is on the extreme right side of the field. Yeah, it feels a little fast and loose, but you know, it could well pay off.
I just don't think he needed to do that, but I guess it makes sense because he doesn't want Lefty getting bolted. He just wanted Lefty for the sure hands pickup and then
yeah, and I think that may have been like Ramaset's position in such a way to I think play that, like, just wheedle that little thought into XS's mind. That little fear that he's scoring threats and he's receiving threats are on the right-hand side. I'll move to the left. But if the Elves manage to recover the ball, it's a handoff and a pass on Agi 4 players.
Yeah.
That's a pretty reasonable line of play for Elves.
He did shore up the position a little bit better now at the end with those two guys. He probably should have done that first before doing the handoff. Because that could have been a very easy pickup. The way through would have been pretty hard, but the pickup would have been decently easy.
I actually think I personally would have liked to have seen Bulldozer Sean stay a little further over to the right-hand side to just keep applying a little bit of pressure there to Flimmer's Flame to make sure that Ramaset doesn't feel comfortable and just, positioning him in such a way that I bolt, I recover, I hand off, I pass, I'm in the end zone, and now this game's a 1-0. I think by moving Bulldozer, a little further back to the left, he's given Flimmer's Flame a little bit too much ground to be able to play with, I think. Especially if you're willing to throw this, lodge tackle blitzer as a bit of a screen or a mark up against Bulldozer Sean.
Yeah, well, it might not matter if Access can keep like a really nice two-pronged cage, like a two-layer cage, and like keep protecting pretty well. It is a little bit, you could say, flimsy on the top left, bottom left side where Dug is. But the problem for Rama is that if he had like either of the other two players, like Calvering or Glordion, this wouldn't be like super safe. But without those guys, it is kind of is like it is not too bad for Access. So definitely puts a lot of pressure out of the way for him now.
Yeah. Like Darby's saying that we may be giving the Wizard higher odds. Like, that's true. A bolt here could very easily and, probably somewhat likely result in not a great deal for Amaset. Much like these dice. But on that, well, yeah, there's a knockdown. In that scenario where the ball is like pops out free, that's a big gamble of excess to take, right? Like,
yeah, the problem is like the scatter would be like what? Onto lefty, hope he doesn't catch it and go onto the left side, and who can reach there? I guess one lineman getting 3-2 plus, then pick up on the tackle zone. I guess it could happen.
Well, I mean, like if it scatters in, say it's scattered down into the Black Hawk, I'm not rating Sun's ability to catch the scatter.
Yeah.
It then bounces down from him. You could find a 2-die on Doug, clear him off. Now it's only in one tackle zone, and that's not overly difficult for AG4.
Yeah.
And then you're now in a situation where it's like pick up, pass, or hand off into the inverse to get the ball into the hands of Flimmer's Flame, who's now scooting his way down the sideline. As it is now, Ramaset's actually setting up his pieces quite nicely. He's looking to try and choke the movement out of the Orcs. If he can get them clustered in together, I think the Wizard play becomes even better value, because there are quite a few hands here that aren't exactly the best at recovering.
Okay, Aegis is gonna attack people again to try to make this a little bit better. Be annoying if he can. And then, are we going back into the middle? Looks like it. I'm guessing are we taking a GFI? 2 GFIs, right? No, yeah, 2 GFIs because movement 5 to hit Glordion, maybe? Seems a little bit too much.
I don't know if XS would be so inclined to do that. He might make the 1 to hit the Blitzer.
Is he setting up for the to draw out the fireball here?
How
No,
likely
he's
is
moving-
Rama
he's moving to
throw
the
a
right,
fireball is my question. Although, Although this is there's a reasonable amount of like incentive here to do so.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've seen him on the regular season throw a fireball. If I remember. He had so much of that he didn't have Wizards on, so...
Yeah. I wouldn't have hated both down there to force the wrestle, then Lefty come in for an assist, and then just a tug foul. I think I would have been 100% okay with that.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been bad. If you get Flimus out of the way, you basically win the game, right?
I think so. I think if XS can remove Flimus Flame, this doesn't get like, and the game doesn't go to OT through the wizard. That's probably a winning play right on the spot.
Okay. There's still a couple of spots now. Probably you want Lefty somewhere. You could put him around Dog and Prime to shore up that front part, because there could be a scatter into that side, and that could be kind of scary. Then you can wrestle down this on a 1D this. It is tough. Like the problem with this is like, yeah, there's a couple of possible decent scatters every like some turns here for the high elves. The problem is like, when do you pull the trigger, right? That's always like the thing, right? Like when you're playing this type of game as the high elves, and there's also not a hit on Dog because of the guard. It's really nicely placed here for XS. But like thinking every turn, should I pull the trigger here? Where can the ball scatter? Do I get any like chance to actually get anything if the ball scatters something good? What are my odds? Should I just wait and try to hit one orc a turn and then keep waiting? It is tough to when you are like in this position. When you have like the other two players, though, it's not that bad because you have way more options. But in this position, it's definitely tough to consider when to pull the trigger on the wizard. Okay. Oh, I see. Are we gonna try to get through there and get a wrestle hit? We could do that. Try to knock down Prime. If you get the knockdown on Prime, you can get through the front. That's the problem with doing this, the anti-fireball cages, right? It does give options to the elves to get like little gaps, especially with Eldril around. Oh, we get the knockdown.
Prime.
Yeah, we have a 1D on the ball with wrestle. I don't know why he didn't follow. I guess he still has the movement, so it doesn't matter much. We get the knockdown. Front or left? Front is better to get the movement, yeah. But it's kind of worse for the scatters. Or I guess you have to go in and hope you get a nice scatter for the IG5 to recover. Nope. Ouch. You can still technically get this ball. It's only 2 tackle zones. Oh, okay. Goes for the red dice. Oh, wow. Okay, he gets it.
One tackle zone makes this more likely.
I don't know about the scatter though. Okay, that works.
No tackle zone. The only problem here is you're now moving back.
Yeah.
This is a really good turn for him, I said. He's managed to work out a way to get to the ball, get it to the ground without burning through his wizard. Really, really nicely done. And he's out. Wow, this game very quickly just turned on its head.
Now no one can get through. I guess you might need to dodge.
You can get through, especially if DT triggers here.
I would have dodged the other guy though to keep the screen there. You get the black core down. thanks to the diving tackle, and then there's a screen. Now there's a gap there to hit the catcher. I think it was better to not dodge the mighty blow and dodge the lineman to protect there. But very good play. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like whenever you play against self, that's why I was saying that maybe lefties should be on the front around dog and prime, so that there was a little bit more shore up there for like bolt scatters or stuff like that. Because if the bolt scatter back, there was gonna have to be like a run around by the elves. They couldn't blitz anyone on the back, and then it was gonna be like a IG5 dodging or something like that to pick up. So the front was a little bit too exposed to the rest of the high elves team, which I didn't like. One diving tackle dodge actually worked out. Only one. 3? It was 1, right? I think it was 1, and then the second one was a 1. All 3 got away? I don't know.
Yeah, no, they all managed to get away. Yeah.
Okay.
One failed a dodge, I think. Yeah.
And now the thing for Rama is if he can keep this control, even if he doesn't get the score, he goes into overtime. It's not too bad. Because he gets the
overtime. If he gets, wizard is very strong.
Yeah, if he gets the kick, if he gets to receive and he has the wizard, he has a chance to get Calvering back, and then the 2-turn, 3-turn play is really strong for the elves with a wizard in hand. If the orcs get the ball again, it's not that strong though, but
yeah, lefty has a chance here to hit the ball.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cuts the corner and makes it 1 GFI.
2 GFIs.
Which
No, 1 GFI.
he predictably failed.
Yeah. No knockdown.
That's not the end of the world. It's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah.
There is one blitzer in here can get out of the way now. It is through tackle, like, but it's only a 2+. He can get forward. And that would put like a lot of consideration for XS next turn to have to deal with him, and it starts splitting and like making the orcs run around, right? Like, they can run around pretty well though because of their extra movement, but still it is a thing. Yeah, lefty is just so good at failing 2+. He's a pro at that. Are you Jetty? Are you a CheeseX alternate account on Twitch? The game is going pretty interesting. The elves got smacked pretty hard on the first half, and then they did manage to set up a nice blitz into the cage, and then get the ball back on the Orcs drive. So it's getting pretty interesting here. Rama is gonna try to run away as much as he can, probably get that scoring threat up, and then just pray for a couple more turns. But
right now lefty is in range to get a hit here, and he'd be better value or better odds of knocking the ball down, I think.
Yeah, and he can dodge it through, right?
Bug rather, sorry.
Bug,
yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Bug's over here, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this to me from Rama is basically just screaming, I need to get to OT. If he gets to OT and Calbarian comes back with a wizard, even if he gets the kick, or, you know, if he kicks the ball or receives it, I gotta rate his options here. Rate his chances, rather. But XS should probably just remove Eldril for many reasons. DT!
Wow, this Blacker is great. Starting to become a favorite for these playoffs. It's so
Okay,
amazing.
so
Like last game, he was so good at getting punch, and now he's so good at like not letting elves get away.
Yeah. I think XS's first move 100% is to hit Eldril, which he's done.
Get your Fs in chat, guys. Get your Fs in chat.
You want this piece gone.
Yeah, there you go.
Gone.
I think that's the
Now,
first hit on Eldril.
I think it's second.
Second?
But he
Okay.
has, yeah, but he's so. Man, the
Did you
how
dodge?
tempting would it be to pile on
Did you dodge in there? And to get the hit with a lefty? It is a GFI again. And dodges through. But it is two pluses.
No, okay, so now I think the play here is go and just remove the blitzer and try and choke out the elves again. You've got 3 more turns after this to find a way to get the ball back and score to avoid going to OT.
Yeah, I guess there's still time, yeah.
Yeah, I think his play right now should be base up what he can, remove this blitzer, make going directly forward with Flimmer's Flame an untenable proposition, and just choke the life out of the elves. Well, you can see Lefty dropping back just to be able to prevent that.
Yeah.
Finds a nice power here. A removal here would be very helpful for him.
We could GFI foul with Sone though. No.
I don't think I like GFI fouling. With a Black Orc nonetheless. But I certainly wouldn't hate Rekka Khan making a single GFI to stand directly above Flimmer's Flame. You just need to keep applying, or a GFI with Sun would arguably be better. And then Rekka Khan could make a singular GFI to stand but directly behind the Black Orc. You've just got to put as much pressure on these elves as you can to give them no real options.
Yeah, and Miss Peltry is right there too. Lefty can also, if there's a punt ever, he can just recover and like throw it back to the orcs wherever. With a pretty
100%.
easy chance. So we get another stun. Where is Sone and Rakan gonna go? I wouldn't hate the GFI actually for Sone to tag extra strength there on Glorion or Flimus and on Inir.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like if Sun makes the GFI, stands directly above the ball carrier, there's an argument for Rekka Khan to do the same and stand directly behind him. So you've got guard preventing a reasonable hit against both Bug and Sun.
Yeah, and you're basically putting...
should be saying it's red dice no matter which way you want to come about this. You've got tackle on Flimmer's Flame. Even though he's actually 5, tackle's a big thing to have there.
That's fine too. At least Bug's so strength 4 too, so it's not gonna be easy to get him punched down, so he just has to dodge. And this is like pushing the elves back into their end zone, like little by little, which is good for the orcs, as long as they don't like get out of position, which is not that hard to for the orcs, because they have the pieces to like have really good movement around the pitch. So if it was a normal orc team, this could be scary, like if they like start moving too much into the high elves side of the pitch, because then like going back and like protecting it becomes a little bit harder. But with this orc team, it's not that hard.
Yeah, XS needs to develop some scoring threats here as well. Doug and Bug being realistically your only scoring threats right now is probably not where he wants to be.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest.
He is running out of time. Ooh.
Oh. Lefty's going down. Didn't break armor. I don't know whether or not Flimmer's Flame can go anywhere that Lefty sort of can't reach. At least going down forward. We're going for a 1-die blitz here.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, we're attempting to sideline this. Lefty not being stunned or armor busted there is pretty big.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, this is not ideal.
Does he want to like?
Does not
Oh
want to see a one
no!
here.
Oh no! That might be game.
That's about as bad as it gets.
That might be game with a tackle wrestle on your ball carrier at the moment.
Well, okay, like get tackle wrestle for a free hit plus
Yeah.
a potential blitz if he doesn't
yeah.
take him down.
And then you have the
one.
Agi, you have Wrecker Rakan to recover.
Yeah, I like XS could go for the ultra greedy play here and surf the lineman. Oh, well, it's not even an ultra greedy, is it? Like just getting a guaranteed removal from the pitch. The Wizard's gone.
I think you silent,
XS
yeah.
recovers this.
I think you silent for the crowd. That's the dumbest crowd knockback I've ever seen.
Okay, so here's my thought process here right now. Blitz the thrower, put another assist on Flimmer's Flame, and use Hug the Knife to foul Flimmer's Flame. Remove the Agi 5 threat from the field.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
You probably also want to recover the ball with Doug, but somewhere in there as well. But you need to deal with his Agi 5 piece right now. I think you commit Bulldozer Sean to piling on the thrower.
I think you can get Wrecker Rakan to base up the Agi 5 first. That's probably a good idea. Get him up the field. Keep Lefty on the back. Yeah. And then, I like the idea of Bulldozer Sean piling on the thrower and then getting...
move down, pick up, recover the ball. You're 100% going to use a reroll on that and then foul.
Yeah.
If you can get rid of this Agi 5 piece, I'm pretty sure at that point, this game is just well and truly done.
Or not gonna pick up the ball. Are we gonna GFI with Rakan?
We're gonna GFI into this, aren't we? We're GFIing on this ball, and I'm not a huge fan of that play, but...
No, because there's a possible play for the high alts, right? Like, Inir's in a position that he can get a long bomb from Fleetwood Flame next turn.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think you 100% have to make sure that Flimmer's Flame ain't getting back up.
Okay, he looked like he is gonna take the foul.
Or if he does, has a wall of dodges, like has to make every dodge known to man.
Lefty should have been standing before all of this, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that blitzer on the backside is too scary. Oh my god, this GFI.
We're GFIing onto the ball.
Okay, he gets it, and now here comes the foul. Right. So, all good for the Orcs.
Oh man,
that was scary though.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely,
I think
100%.
turn order in there could have been better, but and I don't know if. Ooh, okay, but it's not gonna matter though.
That's probably the best non-result XS can hope for. Like, that still makes Flimmer's Flame's path to trying to knock down Wrecker Rakan a little untenable.
Yeah, and it's. And like he got everything else that he wanted. Yeah, I don't mind it, Darby, that much, getting the ball on the bludger. But I think he could have done the turn ordering a little bit better, especially with Lefty. Just try to secure that Inir has a threat to him. If Lefty was on the floor, he would have been able to reach Inir, but he would have needed to GFI once to blitz him. So yeah, gotta do your safe move first.
XS does have a pretty nasty habit of not doing that.
Yeah, 1D on a bludger. What's that? Like 2+3+4+4+3+ dodge, and then 1D.
I mean,
that's the only plan, right?
Rama's only hope is to just like knock the ball down and hope to get to OT, and even then, that's pretty.
I don't like this. I don't think that achieves anything. What does that achieve?
It removes a tackle zone from a dodge to escape the sideline. Because this is not a hard piece to surf in his current position.
Well, down he goes.
Oh.
Goodbye. GG.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, this is now XS just enters in mopping up operations.
Yeah. Blitz the
you
thrower,
surf,
surf the other guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just mark the living crap out of these other elves on the right-hand side of the field and just call it a day. Oh, and at some point run in a touchdown on turn 16.
I guess there's one turn potential for Rama. Not much though with many elves. And especially without the Agi guys. I guess if he gets lucky with
dependent on
Chaos,
entirely
yeah.
dependent with Calvin returning, and then having the players to make the passing. Like if XS removes this kick piece and he doesn't come back, like, and another one of these elves, another one or two of these elves, the one turn looks a little dicey.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can foul an elf also here. We have like a lot of damage potential in this turn. I guess you blitz the thrower and then you try to GFI to get this surf. No, we are just gonna go for the straight up for the surf, okay. Or not.
Oh, you get a free hit on the thrower, I suppose.
Only a stun. That's decent for Rama if he wants to get this one turn. One more hit.
Yeah,
2 more hits.
I'm a little surprised we didn't just take the guaranteed removal. Well, not lefty retreating. The better part of Valor is discretion after all.
One more hit. No foul though. He does have a bench, so he could have fouled this turn.
He could have, but I would dare say XS is in the, like, he's not.
He's feeling confident, we would say. It is probably very likely that he gets this game in the bag.
He would be feeling fairly confident right now, but he's probably also pretty cognizant of the fact that should Ramaset get one or two of these like KOs back, a one turn is still on the cards.
Yeah.
And like, who are you fouling with? Like, maybe like you're fouling with Tug, right?
Yeah.
But who, he doesn't want to get sent off just because, a potential block here on Aegis could remove the Black Hawk, and then all of a sudden, if you've lost Tug the turn before and you lose Aegis, then you're down players again. But Aegis stands firm, stands strong, stands tall.
Now it's too hard to get that guy. Like that's I think first time Rama or maybe second time he tries to hit him and it doesn't work. Just impossible to roll up out.
I think it may well be the first time he's thrown block dice at Aegis, which, funnily enough, is probably the best way to deal with him, is just to not have to play with him, basically. Will XS throw any dice other than walk this in?
Maybe if he can get a 3D, I wouldn't mind it. He does have a reroll.
3D with a reroll, yeah. What are the odds on six skulls?
No GFIs to score or anything, so.
Yeah. His mistake was making a 2-die. Exactly, Popsicle.
Honest, I don't think he has. I guess maybe Bog. No. Can he get like enough players to get a 3-die? I don't think so, right? He's probably counting right now.
What's he at strength 4?
Because this Blackboard needs 2 GFI, so yeah, no.
No, you just throw the block with Aegis. He needs 3 assists, right? To get to strength 7. XS, yeah, gonna run it
in. There was not enough players to get the strength 7 because of the tag of the other guy. He needed to tag that guy and then get 2 guys over there, which he only had 2 to get that assists. The other Blackboard was 1 GFI away. Well, that's fine.
Now,
KO rolls.
Now XS's round of 4 basically hinges on.
That's pretty good. He gets the IG5, so.
It's not the movement 9 though.
But it's the sidestep IG5. That's pretty big.
That's true, but he's out of rerolls, and XS can stack a lot of strength and a lot of guard on this LOS.
But it's a start. It's a start. If there was a chance, it was gonna be getting the at least the sidestepper.
XS needs to set up a proper one-turn defense here.
Yeah, the Legend doesn't want anything to do with this orcs. He already got knocked down. I'm like, nah, let everyone else die. I'm okay with this. If you guys can win this game, I'll play on the next one.
Yeah, right.
I've seen enough of my compatriots die on the pitch during 4 years or whatever he's been around, probably. Long time.
That dead guard elf would have helped a lot here. I really don't know if it would have, though.
A bit, maybe. He has maybe a chance also with if he goes for the Eldril Hypnogaze to get rid of some of these orcs.
Yeah, the guard elf potentially helps in the first block, maybe the second, but after that, his value decreases pretty quickly, I think. No, it's one thing. It's another. I said it last time, and I'll say it again. XS, like, there's one skill XS just does not have a lot of, and that's stand firm.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Because it could be a liability against one turns and stuff like that. Or like other super heavy bash teams that are like similarly strong, which are not many.
Mighty Blow is also another skill that XS doesn't have a lot of. He had one Mighty Blow pylon blitzer ages ago, but it died in the very next game after it got piling on. And I feel like he took it as a sign that he shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Too many startups for these orcs, which, to be fair, are pretty good. Like, you cannot like say that he would be in a better spot with Mighty Blow instead of these monster orcs. Like, just having Lefty, Bog, and Wrecker Rakan in the pitch is like such a threat against a lot of teams. I guess it could be bad for like a super like disgusting heavy matchup of Bash. But that's about it. Like, this team is like amazing against elves. I think this is gonna have to be a 1 die for the first push. Eldril could maybe make it better.
Eldril could... Who are you hypnogazing with Eldril then? Because we're not attempting
the middle
to
guy
stand firm.
Dog,
right? The middle
even
guy.
if it's like a horrible hypnogaze, you could still try it.
Yeah, I mean, hypnogaze in that scenario, if you're trying.
Or
to
I guess you could
like
hypnogaze Rakan. Yeah, you can hypnogaze Rakan so that you get rid of that card. Probably a good idea. The problem is like, does he have enough tools for that? I think he does. I guess the bad thing is that catchers are moving 8, right? So this is not as easy.
I mean, that makes it's a little less than ideal, but he's got a thrower, so like, as long as the thrower doesn't cock up the pickup, he can reliably put the ball where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Agi 5 means he reliably catches the ball. It's all going to come down to, can he generate the pushes required and then just chuck the dice without a reroll?
Yeah, you could also hypno the Aegis and then try to blitz Dog. Yeah. But I just feels kind of harder adding a push, probably. I think he's gonna go through the left through Prime.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. You don't want to go past Aegis because you potentially trigger diving tackle, right? That's a problem.
Well, if he's hypnogaze, probably not.
Yeah. if you hypnogaze him, sure, but you're not wanting to move past him, is what I'm saying.
Eldril is actually
probably
back.
looking to, it means you're probably trying to go through Prime, be my guess.
What does Eldril being back does? I don't like this.
Yeah, he has catch. That's the thing. I'm not sure if it's a thing for right now, but
He's in range to gaze someone still. I think my play would have been gaze Wrecker Rakan so that you get rid of that guard and then you can get the easier hit from that side. And then you, like, they were saying you get like an assist there to fill up some squares for the extra next pushes. I think that was probably the better play. But we'll see. Rama is really good at doing one turn, so.
yeah, he just now needs his dice to cooperate. And without a reroll, it's every action he takes is going to be pretty tense.
He gets a pickup. So gonna throw from now on 2 tackle zones. Pass fails on the first one. Can he get it on the second one? He does. Catch. G5. He gets it. Okay. Right. Now to get bushes.
Yeah. Now we begin. Now begins the actual hard part of this, right?
Yep. Gets the first push. That's good. Well, he needs 3 pushes, right?
Yeah, movement 8, 10. Yeah, he needs 3. At least he gets 2 die here, which I guess is nice.
Okay, filling up the squares. How is he gonna get the 3rd push though? Without that guy there.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think he may have needed that dude.
He's gonna have to set up somehow to push someone else into his catcher now.
He gets another hit. Yeah, I think he may have just accidentally stuffed this up. I think he may have accidentally just blown this for himself.
Yeah, I think he did.
Because if he hits Prime now into...
Yeah, there's no, he cannot do anything. He cannot, like, he doesn't have anyone to push.
Oh no, not like this.
Yeah, this is over, guys. He overthought it. He moved the incorrect guy. He should have moved Air over there instead. It's just gazing for fun, I guess.
Yeah, for fun and or profit. If he step, yeah, no, I don't see a way to generate a 3rd hit here.
Yeah, he messed it up. Which fair, it was a really tough game, like a lot of positioning that he had to think about all the match. So it is hard whenever you are like super like you have played like for what 2 hours almost, and to like do that, and like you sometimes just do the first thing to do, and then you just like realize you messed up.
And let's be 100% fair to Rama, right? Like, he has had a tough game. XS has played he's played very well.
Yeah.
Rama has made the last 16 turns, the last 15 turns at the very least, right? Rama has basically made every correct play he needed to make. Like, this has been one of those games where the brain drain will be very, very real. He'd had to think his turns out.
You know what he needed, Safe Start? I don't think he needed Frenzy. He needed to be a Wood Elf.
Well, I mean, Frenzy absolutely would have helped there.
Yeah, but...
Oh, XS is going to be over the moon. He got a leveled Black Orc out of that as well.
Ooh, that's another guard. That might be important for next match.
No, it'll be
Mighty Blow.
Another diving tackle piece.
Mighty Blow, come on. We need a second Mighty Blow on the team.
Oh, I'd 100% take guard and heartbeat.
He might need yeah, like there might be some Nurgle in his future, so he might need to think about that. For that level.
XS, you know what? I'll put it to you this way. if XS had lost this game but leveled the Black Orc anyway, he'd probably be okay with the outcome.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, like I think anyone in Rebel would be happy to make the round of 16, round of 8, sorry. I'm pretty certain like most coaches would be really happy making that. Like you always like want to like win the Super Bowl, and I guess maybe if you are super fit, you're probably not happy if you make the round of 8. That's most like only him maybe.
Yeah, well, no, this now puts XS into I guess a 25% chance to win the Super Bowl.
Yep. Yeah, that seems correct to me.
Yeah, that's how it works out, right? Like,
yeah.
I know. You shouldn't work with animals or children in show business, and apparently on stream you should never do math. But
yeah,
I think this time we've worked it out, right?
Yeah, that was a fun game, though.
Congratulations, XS, dude. Well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah, well played to both coaches. Really good positioning from both. Rama being able to look at that play and getting that knockdown on the ball and making it a game till the end definitely was pretty nice. And like both positioning for both coaches was pretty strong. Just really a tough match for elves. I think this orc team is it's just like so good at like running down elves, which is it's definitely hard. But you gotta have good positioning anyways to do that. So
yeah, and like all credit to Rama said, like that game he played incredibly well. I think you know, I think he can probably look back on that, except for that last turn there, and say, yeah, I did my best.
Yeah, people say that it was the year of the high elves, but I don't see much high elves anymore. Basically,
no,
none.
like, yeah, no, Rama said, dude, unlucky, unfortunate, man. Like, you know, Rama played incredibly well, even being down players.
Yeah.
And like just showed that elves are capable of doing some kooky things, even when you think they're down and out.
Yeah, even after against a really tough matchup like this orc team. So, but yeah, it was definitely a great game to watch. Let's see who is gonna get their points. Should probably do that before I forget.
I mean,
I think
people tend to like that. Yeah.
I think Boltrex Vanguard was the one that won, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let's make some people mad.
Yeah, no, XS. That movement 9-piece staying out was huge.
Have orcs won Super Bowl before? I don't think so, right?
My memory isn't good enough to remember that.
Yeah, I don't think so. And there's like with Darby and this, Big Op might have a decent shot at getting a repeat,
I mean,
which it would be I think Dreamify
ran up to Mongoose.
And then like Fed was like on semifinals, I think, with orcs.
Yeah.
And that's
they've gotten close.
Best. Yeah.
They've gotten real close. But now there's still two orc teams floating around.
Yeah. Apparently you guys like the orcs on Bigo, so it might be the year of the orc and another year for Bigo. We'll see. We still gonna have some an amazing match. When's this match gonna go? See, let me see the calendar. We're gonna have the Kislev off over on the other side of the bracket.
I'm so keen for that game.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Looks like that
is a game that sings to me.
Next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday over at Viking Cop's channel. So that's gonna be interesting. We still have some Norgol on the playoffs. We have Underworld, which I don't think anyone would have thought that we'll see Underworld on the round of 8. So that's probably one of the most anticipated games. Some people trying to see if Spartacus can keep going there. And then the other one's gonna be Darby versus Renamis Legion, Necro versus I think that's Necro. No, that's Chorus, right? No, yeah, it is Necro. Trainra was the Chorus on that match. Yeah. Necro. So the last Necro after like 17 Necro that were on playoffs and challengers. I think that's the last Necro on playoffs. So we'll see if they can get through some orcs. they already did getting through Largo from G-Man 1, so that's definitely a big win for the Necro against some really nasty orcs. So we'll see if they can do that again, and that's gonna be the rest of the games of the round of 8. So it's gonna be a fun round of 8. Definitely some really big upsets and some really interesting matchups coming up. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think the biggest upset is I'm gonna have to get up before 10 o'clock to cast a game. Outrageous.
Are you doing that tomorrow? Yeah. First one tomorrow,
Yeah.
challengers. Nice.
No, I got the playoff
Oh no,
match,
playoff one.
Darby and his opponent.
Tomorrow night for me. Yeah. That's gonna be
Who
fun.
I've completely forgotten who he's playing.
That's the Necro, right? Yeah. Our name is Legion.
Yeah.
Talk Show Taro. I think he is real.
Yep.
Completely sure.
This is all things I should probably look into at some point
Rel.
before the game starts.
Probably, yeah.
I
just look at them on.
that, yeah.
I just look at them when the match is starting. So just have rebel.net. So thanks, Major Byte, for that. Definitely helps out a lot. Looking at history of the teams and everything is always fun.
It makes our
And
job
knowing
easy.
when, it makes it easy to know where they are from too. So, but yeah, some still some G-Man, still some Bigo, and still some Rel going around. So we'll see who takes the Super Bowl, guys. But it was a fun match. Definitely always love seeing really good coaches and really good positioning. Always a treat. And it was a treat having Bruce over here with me. First time I ever get to cast with him, so definitely a really fun one.
No, thank you very much for having me along. It was good. Good times. Good fun.
Yeah. And that's gonna be it for the stream though, guys. We'll be back someday with my stream, probably I don't know. And then tomorrow morning, get ready for some challengers and some more challengers and more challengers, and then playoffs. But yeah, thank you everyone. We'll see you guys later, and take care. Bye.